So we have already discussed what happens when I plot a normal good, in this case national income, on the vertical axis, and pollution, which in this case is a bad commodity, on the horizontal axis. Now what we'll do is we'll try to find out what happens if I plot pollution or maybe just another bad commodity on the vertical axis, and on the horizontal axis we plot something which is a good commodity to us. So let's say you're an individual who likes to have a lot of fast food. So as I said before, we'll put the good commodity or the normal commodity, in this case fast food, on the horizontal axis. So let me just write that down. So here fast food is a normal good, and if you well, almost all fast foods have health problems, so health hazards. So if you have a lot of fast food, you're bound to have health hazards, and you're bound to have health problems. So in order to tackle that problem, you have to have a lot of medicine. So medicines usually taste bad, they taste bitter, and people don't usually like them. So we can call medicine here to be a bad commodity. So in this case, fast food is a normal good because I like to have fast food. I like to enjoy my life with, hot dogs and sandwiches and burgers. And on the other hand, if I have to have medicine, it tastes bitter, it tastes bad, it tastes very, very uncomfortable. So now we'll try to find out what happens, or what happens to the indifference curve, the shape of the indifference curve essentially, when we have normal goods plotted on the horizontal axis and bad commodities plotted on the vertical axis. So let's say one day I consumed a moderate 10, let's say 10 burgers 1 year. One day having 10 burgers in one day is too much. So let's say 1 year I had 10 burgers. So it was not very bad. So considering the fact that I had a low number of burgers that year, I had to consume only 5 units of medicine. So when I consumed 10 units of fast food, I had to consume 5 units of medicine. So that is the position that I was in that year. Next year, I consumed 14 units of fast food. So I had some more burgers or some more sandwiches or some more French fries. And of course, for that, I had to increase the consumption of medicine to, let's say, 15 units. So right now, I'm in 14 units of fast food and 15 units of medicine. The very next year, I felt very bad. Why did I have to have so much medicine? If I have to have so much medicine, why not have some more fast food? So what I did is I increased my consumption of fast food to 25. And of course, that naturally made the amount of medicine that I consumed to also increase. So the year that I had 25 units of fast food, my medicine shot up to 20 units of medicine. So the year that I had 10 units of fast food, I had 5 units of medicine. The year I had 15 units of fast food, I had 14 units, or 15 units of medicine. So the year I had 14 units of fast food, I had 15 units of medicine. And the year that I had 25 units of fast food, I ended up with 20 units of medicine. So every time I increase the amount of fast food, I'll be like, if for every increase in fast food, my health problems and my health hazards will increase. I'll have stomach upsets, I'll feel ill, I'll feel sick, and I'll have to take medicine for that. So I'll still remain happy because I'm having fast foods, but I'm also having to consume a lot of medicine. So this essentially means that I am in the same satisfaction level, I'm in the same utility level. So what I can do is I can join these points, and I can say that all these points, they are not on the same line. Let me just draw it properly. Yeah, kind of doesn't exactly touch this point. So yeah. So what I see is this curved line essentially represents the amount of utility that I have when I either consume 10 units of fast food, 5 units of medicine, 14 units of fast food and 15 units of medicine, 25 units of fast food and 20 units of medicine. So I am equally happy, or I'm indifferent between these 3 commodity bundles, when one of the commodity bundle is fast food and the other commodity bundle is medicine. Excuse me. So this essentially represents the indifference curve when I consider normal good on the horizontal axis and bad commodity on the vertical axis. So we can use the same theory that I used in my previous video. The fact that if I keep on increasing more and more units of medicine, I'll feel very bad and I'll have to increase my unit of fast food as well. So if I'm being like, I have to consume so much amount of medicine, if I'm not exactly a very health conscious person, I'll be like, I already have to consume so much amount of medicine, why not have some more fast food? So that essentially means that this indifference curve will be shaped towards this side. Moreover, since I have said that indifference curves are indifference curves are always placed in a position such that the higher you move from one difference curve to another, the utility increases. So in this case, if I increase the amount of fast food consumption considering a particular level of medicine, my utility will increase, because for the same amount of medicine, I'm consuming more amount of fast food. So I am probably a healthier person, so I need to consume less amount of medicine for an equal amount of fast food. That's also another interpretation. So this curve essentially can mean for a same amount of medicine, I can consume more amount of fast food, or for the same amount of fast food, I need to have less amount of medicine. So of course that will make me happier. So as I move in the southeast direction, the utility denoted by each indifference curve increases. Now, if you remember from the previous diagram, the indifference curves increasing in this direction considered rather denoted a higher level of utility. But in this case, the utility denoted by each indifference curve is increasing in this direction. So it's kind of difficult to sometimes understand in which direction the utility essentially increases. So what you can do is you can remember this phrase where I say, a boat always moves up. So whenever you have indifference curves, essentially they sometimes or most of the times they look like a boat. So you know you have boats that float on water. So essentially indifference curves kind of look like a boat. And what happens is when you move upwards along a boat, so the curve you have in this direction, if you flip the page in this, if you flip the page upwards, you'll end up with a curve something like this. So whenever you have a boat shape, you need to move up over the boat shape in whichever direction the boat is in. So that will always denote a higher level of utility, a higher level of satisfaction. And that is how you end up with an upward rising indifference curve, which is in this case, it is shaped in this way, where I have fast food on or the normal good on the horizontal axis and medicine on the or the bad commodity on the vertical axis.